hyvällä tiellä. Hei, no niin. Camera vähän raju kokoinen. Sehän täällä on luvassa. Tää on ainakin tarkka fontti. Danke for following. It's never a game. Au. Oh. It is a factory. Must be enough. What is thine name? Selnik. Mä soit vaihdella. Holy shit. Ah! Me pidetään uusiksi kaikki tässä alkuun, että saa ne. Ai. Eikä tääkään kyllä varmaan alkuperäinen. Näyttää vielä sen verran smoothilta. Your anus. What? Holy shit! Reward map. Your constellations. Oho! Betelgeuse sekin näkyy siinä. Sagitari. Ah! Mä tein. Kaago. Anus halu vinkkejä. No. Game. Ah. Näin ne vie takaisin. No hei, kärjestä ois planeetas. There is a planet. Ois kiva näköinen. Pluto. Täällä on jotain liilaa. Täällä on jotain harmaa. Ota toinen. Ei sus kukkana. Pitäis vissiin jotenkin harvestaa tuota paskaa näistä planeetoista. Grafiikat tähän meni suusta. Hyvä vai huono juttu? Kuuluu sun tohon yli mennä. Oi! Aa!
Attention, a big, mean, hostile alien vessel hovering overhead in an obvious attack posture. This is Spotty Captain Whistle. I know you are going to torture me, so let's just get this over with right now. The coordinates of my homeworld, Spottywa, are 241.6 by 368.7, and the ultra-secret Spotty Cipher, which is known only by me and several billion other Spotty, is Huffy, Muffy, Duffy. Sorry about that little mistake with your landing vehicle. I was so startled when it approached my vessel in a threatening manner that my automated defense systems fired on it when it got too close. I hope nobody got hurt.
Se onti huono vai hyvä homma, että on piirretty uusiksi? Hyvin alkuperäinen tästä. Okei, hyvä.
Are you sure? Because your statement is often just a more polite way of saying, attention alien vessel, identify yourself or be destroyed. In any event, I am Spotty Captain Whistle of the Voidship Star Runner. I'm here in this planetary system as part of the powerful Earth-Tower, the Star Force, which our master, the Earth-One, established here to make sure the Earthlings don't do anything tricky.
Tää musiikki.
Well, I really want to, but I am just not sure that under the present circumstances, joining you in your exciting and also dangerous space adventures would be the best course of action right now, because the Earth-One could return at any minute,
Tämä vaikuttaa hauskalta.
they would bestow on me for such treason would make any other horrible death seem like big fun.
Kyllä mä en tajua, miksi tää kamera toimi 60 fps, vaikka se on 60 fps säädetty.
About 20 years ago, this region of space was dominated by a loose confederation known as the Alliance of Free Stars, which was composed of the aliens native to these parts who did not want to be enslaved. They made a valiant effort against the superior Earth-One forces. It didn't look like they might miraculously defeat the combined Earth-One armada, right up to the point at which the Earth-One totally defeated, indeed annihilated them. When the Earth-One armada entered the system to subjugate formerly the Earthlings, the Earth-One presented the humans with the standard slave options. Join the hierarchy as combat roles and retain some autonomy, including the right to travel through space, or become a power species and return to free atomic savagery on the surface of their homeworld, encased for all time beneath an impenetrable force shield. The humans chose the latter option, and so were swiftly imprisoned on the surface of Earth. But the Earth One didn't trust them to obey the restrictions, so they chose a small group of hierarchy combat starships from the inlet and top the fleets to create the so-called Earth Guard and station them at a base on Earth's moon.
Onpa sulla kissa. Sorry! Melkoiset tunnet. Niitä on tässä kanssa kuunnella. Minä täällä säärän. Tulee heti.
Our masters don't really keep us very well informed about their goings-on, so that all we know is that immediately after the subjugation of the last Alliance race, the Hut, I think, the Earth One dotted their dreadnoughts and departed for the edge of the galaxy, commanding us to obey the slave laws or face their wrath when they returned. We only know bits and pieces of what happened to each race. For instance, when defeated, the Yahat joined the hierarchy as combat roles, while the Cyrene chose to be slave-shielded on a planet in the Bugsquirt star system. No, that's not right. I forget its name. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, the Shafixti. They were utterly wiped out in a gigantic blaze of glory. The Shafixti were half sterile, as you know, having been uplifted by the Yahat just a few decades before the start of the war. Given their habit of detonating those suicidal so-called glory devices in combat, it came as no particular surprise to me when, upon the arrival of the Orphan Primary Task Force at their homeworld, the Shafixti caused their sun to explode in a colossal supernova, destroying the entire planetary system, and not incidentally dozens of Earth-One dreadnoughts. Me, personally?
Hi, nice your cute lost.
I was born a poor green infantling, the youngest child of a family of 18,487. My male parents had to work hard to support us, very hard. But each of my brothers and sisters and I tried to help out to make ends meet. The female parent was kind and sweet to all of us. Why, she once even called me by name. She said, what a treat, a golden memory. I swiftly matured into a fine example of my species with my parents' assistance. Achieved independence. Specifically, they pried me from the door jam and rolled me into the street. Thus prepared, I set out to make my fortune. I had great dreams in those days. Yes, great dreams. I knew that someday I would be vastly rich, wealthy enough to afford a large, well-fortified mansion. Surrounding my mansion would be vast tracts of land, through which I could slide at any time I wished. Of course, one can never be too sure that there aren't monsters hiding just behind the next bush, so I would plant trees to climb at regular, easy-to-reach intervals. And being a spotty of the world, I would know that some monsters climb trees, though often not well, so I would have my servants place in each tree a basket of correct stones. Not too heavy, not too light, just the right size for throwing at monsters. I was thinking about what color the stones would be painted. Aqua, mauve, or magenta, when a vegetable cart came careening down the street outside my house, and it left me unconscious. When I awoke, I welcome aboard the voyage ship Starrunner headed for Earth. Apparently, I had been out of my head for quite some time after the accident, and with the assistance of some kind strangers, had been relieved of my funds and convinced to join the Navy, where I have been unpleasantly employed for the last
Se on ainakin
5
teksti.
years. Originally, we were stationed on Earth's moon, which made us a bit uneasy because with each passing day we grew more and more worried about the sneaky Earthlings making a surprise attack. So the Inred kept telling us that it was impossible since the Earthlings had no ships or weapons whatsoever. That made us feel a bit better, but when the Inred left, again we grew fearful and decided to make a strategic redeployment to Mars. Later on we decided it would be prudent to relocate to Jupiter's moon, Ganymede, then later Saturn's moon, Titan, and finally here to Pluto. The Ilrak contingent were supposed to be the toughest ridge crest, the most rigid flipper, yes, the backbone of the Earth Guard force. But they departed the system en masse not long after the last Earthbound dreadnought vanished from this region of space. They claimed to have received a direct order from their gods of evil and darkness, who had grown dissatisfied with the Ilrak's passivity and wanted them to kill or at least torture someone soon. Personally, I believe they just got bored and went up to have some fun.
Whoa.
We decided that if the Earthlings figured out we had abandoned
Mä en ole ihan varma mitä tätä hahmojen kanssa tehdään, mutta jutellaan.
So, we rigged up some old service androids and ordered them to drive around on the lunar surface in bulldozers, endlessly pushing around the same piles of dirt. In addition, we connected the base's local radio transmitter to an audio malnorme fun rum called Winky's Happy Night, hoping they would think we were still there. Well, when they were pushing up into hyperspace 18 years ago, we asked them that very question, and I think they said something to the effect of real soon. Over the past years, it became necessary to redeploy strategically some of our Earth-Guard forces to our homeworld in case of a sudden surprise attack by a vicious, unrelenting alien race which we softly call the Ultimate Evil. Thousands, that is to say scores and perhaps even hundreds of my brethren stride through the corridors of this specially modified, super-efficient, mass-destruction-oriented starship, which could lay siege to an entire planetary system should we choose to do so, which, fortunately for you, we have decided not to do today.
Nice!
I am undone. You are far too clever for a poor stopper like me, and now I must submit to your superior alien intellect. I guess I am not revealing any truly important secret if I tell you that each of my species' lunar-class void ships typically holds 30 spotty crewmen, though at present my vessel, the Starrunner, is not up to full complement due to the needs of my homeworld in their resistance against the Ultimate Evil. And in fact, my vessel is somewhat understaffed right now, seeing as how I am the only spotter on board, which is a bit frightening, as I am sure you can understand.
Mitä tehdä? Siukka lisää voimaa.
The ultimate evil remains largely unmanifest, and its powers and exact intentions are still a bit obscure, since it lurks just outside the range of even the most sensitive long-range detectors, which we feel gives conclusive evidence as to the ultimate evil's nefarious
Ultimate Evil!
Captain, how true! In truth, just I find myself enjoying your company. This witty dialogue and the presence of your huge, powerful, death-dealing starship, which, being my friend, you would certainly feel compelled to use in order to save me from any hostile life forms who threatened me with death. Since it was our most powerful and unforgiving masters, the Orphan, who stationed us here, we knew it would be grossly stupid to disobey them completely, but we decided it would be okay to send just one ship home. We used one of our most ancient and solemn rituals, Corn Coffee, to pick the lucky ship. Then,
tätä voi kelatakin.
later, we decided that it wouldn't really hurt if we sent one more ship home. And then later we sent another, and then another. Well, you get the idea. Alas, as fate would have it, when the final ritual was performed, I, Peripheral, was left here alone. For as even the most immature in wrestling knows, there must always be one spotter who picks the short top runs. Happy days and jubilation! I discard all prejudice and hesitation and accept and celebrate your offer of protection and your undying commitment to my well-being. I must wax melancholy for just a moment though, and make sure you understand that any other Scotty ships we meet at large in the galaxy are not going to be quite so responsive to your friendly gestures as myself, since they bear more heavily the yoke of Aquan enslavement and are also apt to talk themselves out of a line with a totally unknown alien, which I, having been left here alone, cannot do. Welcome me aboard, Captain.
Yeah. Niin mulla on 5 Mun täytyy vissiin siis niinku... Vissiin sit kaikki noit täytyy saada. Sait kaverin. Jep. Sukkulanukseen ja uranukseen. Onks mulla paskaa noin vitusti näytös? Ajan video. Paska paikka. Saamme puuhukin. Hei Sanna, kukkis. Ui, täällä on vitusti paskaa. Potassium. Arsenikki. No nyt voi pyrkittää kaikki. Noi vihreät pallot tossa. Ai niin joo. It's a crew. Nyt on kyllä jännä peli. Joo, tää on aika interdashing. Nogi vote. Hei! Taas satana mitä? Joo, saat. Hirveä slaidi. Joku jännittää haasteesta. Tärisen suorastaan. Joo, tää on ihan vitusti paskaa. Mistä katsoo planeettojen Veatra-temperatuuri? Joo. Varmaan just tämmösen takia. Mad Dotkinskins. Joo. What? Fuck. Se kannattaako se koko ajan pidetä uskoa? Holy moly! Mä tiedän yhtään mitä mä teen, mutta... Ovitaan... Tuo, mä tiesin mitä mä teen. Ai mä heitin ne pois! Mä luulin, mä pistän niitä johonkin talteen, mutta en mä edes vissiin pistänyt. Ei se mitään vedä hakea lisää. Ai. Ajatteliko tähän vehkeen, se ei mahtunut niin. Ois mun nyt... näköjään. Melkein vois ladata kun nakkaa sitten kalleimmat jutut roskiin. Oi! Mä haluun. I'll be fine! Okei. Mä luulin, että mä tyyli myin ne tai pisti varastoon tai jotain. Oh. Se pitää eroa. Se me sitten pääplaneetalla yhtään mitään järkevää. Niin joo. Mennään kautta Jupiterin. Sitä on 100 miljoonaa kuuta. Oh, yes. Vitusta enää se... Tää. Kohta läpi. Juhu. Scan. Täällä on kaikki ihan fine. Täällä ei mitään vaan. Nothing here. Miksi tästä puuttuu pakki tästä hetkestä? Joku HDMI. Oo. Toimii vähän paremmin tää. Resoluutio vähän päin helvettiin. Oliko tässä menovesikin jossain vai? Okei, fuck. Sitä on 8 paljon vai ei? Eiköhän se kohta selvi. Mikä on tektoniksi? Niin toisin käteen. Ui, täällä on ihan vitusti kaikkea paskaa. Pitääks mun sit niinku käydä jossain maassa tai jotain, että mä pystyisin resettää kaikki toi emo-aluksen paskat? Okei. Rip. Oh. oli ainoa lahden. Oi vittu. Alavas kivi auringosta! Oi! Mikä vittu tuo?
Attention, interloper. Heed this recorded message. This drone vessel speaks with the voice and authority of Iroquois. You are trespassing within Iroquois space. This world, Earth, may not be approached for any reason. All your hostilities against our orbital platform be tolerated. In addition, your ship does not respond to standard hierarchy identification transmissions, and is therefore deemed to be independent. This is not permissible. Only subservience shall be tolerated. This drone now needs to inform the Iroquois of your transgressions. You are commanded to remain here and await the arrival of the Iroquois. Disobedience will be punished.
Mä tuli tälle länkytti, mutta... Helvetin toudatesyndroom. Kai mulla vähän semmonenkin on. Oh, what?
Attention unidentified space vessel. I am Starbase Commander Hayes of the
Mä oon
slave
niiden,
planet
vai
Earth.
mulla on indikaattori
Our
niin.
hyperwave broadcast is extremely weak. Situation critical. Energy cores exhausted. Scanners and deep radar are non-functional. We cannot identify your vessel.
Saatana vittu kyrpä. Hyvä Bobi, sit mun tulee tuo Dugenukekin vielä tästä.
The starship what? Never mind, look. We won't last much longer. Here's our situation. According to our oath of fealty to the Urquan, we must maintain the starbase, but we have no space vessels of our own. And the shield prevents us from contacting Earth, so we're totally dependent on the Urquan supply vessels for everything we need up here. We know there's a hierarchy base on the surface of the moon, but we can't contact them. The Urquan were supposed to resupply the base at regular 5-year intervals, but we haven't received anything in almost 8 years. What we don't recycle, we can usually synthesize, but to do so we need replacement radioactives for our generator energy cores. If you could bring us some radioactive elements, we can fabricate the cores ourselves. Are you willing to help us? Thanks, I'll make sure to mention this the next time I talk with our masters. I'm sure they will reward you.
Vittu mä oon pihalla tästä välistä. Oi Tomppa. No mä pyydän uuden landerin.
Did you find any radioactive elements for our power cores?
Can you replace?
Manufacturing a new lander for you will use most of what little resources we have left, but I suppose we have no choice. We will transport the new lander vehicle immediately. The fastest way to get radioactives in this system would be to land on Mercury and scour the surface for deposits of radioactive elements. But be careful. Mercury is a pretty inhospitable place. Watch out for earthquakes and those high temperature areas.
Oh, yeah.
Hurry back, Captain.
Vittu mikä peli. Mä mielestäni joskus nähnyt tämmöstä pelistä jotain kuveja. Oi! Punaiset mineraalit on, joo, niin mä ymmärsin. On. Siellä on punaisia, jei. Hyvä, dispatsi. Sinne. Sulfur. Otan noikin tuolta. Ei. Onko tota fuelia millään lisää? Tänään. Kopiaa. Ai! Tuossa liikkuu vähän nopeampaa. No.
Did you find any radioactive elements for our power cores? I'm sorry, Captain, your message was garbled. Our receivers have very little power. I'm sorry, Captain, your message... We're initiating transfer of radioactives, Captain. Now, as soon as our engineers can refit the energy cores... There, that's much better. Power ratings are climbing. Life support is coming back into the green. Deep radar systems and sensors are now online, and I can scan your vessel. What the hell kind of ship is that? Just who are you, Captain? Star Control science mission, huh? Captain, I served as a Star Control officer during the war aboard several cruisers in the Corward Front. And if there'd been any scientific mission to Vela, I would have heard about
Voi
it.
kurtsa.
You know, come to think of it, there were some rumors that Corridor 9, the Special Operations Division of Star Control, was directing some hush-hush operation near Androsynth Space. The Vela star system. Yes, that would be the right direction. So, Captain, if you say it's true, how do you explain that huge alien starship you're flying? Why are
Kyllä
you
tekstit
here?
toi ihan vai vittu.
What do you want from us? Fight the Urquan. Win back our freedom. I remember having such thoughts myself once, long time ago. That was in the first years after the defeat, when it was still terrifying to look up and see the bloody glow of the pulsating slave shield overhead. So day and night we gazed up at the impenetrable wall,
Johan ne 200
as
sivun
though
manuaali
the
luettua ennen
sheer
kuin osaa
power of
pelata
our
tämmöinen
hatred would
koska
pull it down. But
tää on niin
over the years, I
monimutkainen.
spent so much of my time struggling down on the surface, under the shield, and then later up here trying to keep the station alive, that I'd forgotten what it means to be free, to hate our Urquan masters. And now here you are, in an alien ship of unknown power, offering me
Vaikuttaa tää heti helpommalta, mitä se haaste, mikä Kabori on antanut
Captain,
Onttia.
your offer is intriguing. It's tempting to think that with your advanced precursor technology, we can somehow crack the Earth's slave shield and reassemble the Alliance to attack the hierarchy. This
Tää on kyllä pitkä kuin elämä. Oho, voi vitu kiva.
Consider the consequences if you should fail. The Urquan won't
Kui
just
pitkä
punish
peli
us
tää.
here on the station. They'll exact a gruesome retribution on the surface below as well. Before I commit this station to helping you attack the Urquan and accepting the risk of annihilation if we are defeated, I have to make sure that you and your ship have what it takes to oppose the hierarchy. I'll make you a deal. If you can eliminate the alien base on the moon and get rid of that threat at least, have what helping you as well.
Oho.
Before I commit this station to helping you attack the Urquan and accepting the risk of annihilation if we are defeated, I have to make sure that you and your ship have what it takes to oppose the hierarchy. I'll make you a deal. If you can eliminate the alien base on the moon and get rid of that threat at least, I will seriously consider your offer. After the Urquan erected the slave shield around the Earth and established this space station, they decided to leave a contingent of combat ships close to the
Onti,
Earth
please.
to keep
Miksi näin
watch on
vitu
our
pitkä
planet
peli?
and confirm that they were obeying the Urquan slave laws. I'm certain they're still out there on the surface of the moon because we can pick up a constant stream of
Alkaahan lukevaisen päällitä. Oi Jeesus.
As I said before, after the Urquan erected the slave shield around the Earth and assembled the space station, they decided to leave a contingent of Spathian Ilrap
Kiki.
ships stationed on the moon.
Ai
We've
kaikki.
looked at the moon base through our telescopes, and we can confirm that there's still substantial activity down there, but we've never been able to make contact with the base using either hyperwave caster or traditional radio signals. Be careful, Captain. There are probably a dozen Spathi eluders and Ilrap Avengers down there on the lunar surface. I don't know why they haven't come after you yet, but when they do, you'd better have your weapons armed and your thrusters burning hot.
Halu lisää crewmembereitä bensaa. Ai, täällä on talvi. Minus 18 astetta pakkasta. Täällä on joku mulkku. Tuu nää. Mikä tuo? Pätevä, sulla on ase tässä. Oi ei alulla. Tähän tää vasta ampua. Enteristä. Haha! Fuck off! Tätä vaikka. Mä tein yhtään mitä mä tein tuolla.
Have you dealt with the base yet? I'll be darned. All these years we've been listening to their incoherent broadcast, and we never even guessed. Captain, listen closely. Long-range sensors show a ship closing on this station fast. Our computer identifies it as ILRAP, Avenger class. I think you've got a fight on your hands, Captain. Your best bet is to wait until you have point-blank range. Captain, it's jamming our signal.
By the fetid breath of the Dark Twin
Siellä on frontti.
a human and an alien starship. How fascinating. When I intercepted that Urquan drone and learned that an unidentified starship had approached Earth, I never expected to find such a remarkable vehicle in the hands of a human. Humans are prey animals, weak and helpless. But here is a human in an armed starship, and therefore in direct violation of the oath of fealty. I am sure our masters, the Urquan, will punish Earth most severely for this treachery when I present them with the twisted wreckage of your ship and your many charred corpses.
Where the hell did you come from?
Since you will soon be dead, I will gladly explain. We have spent many years gleefully preying on the
Niin, sulla on rip-kisa, kun mä oon kakseen pohja.
easily killed species.
Ai, ei se vielä olisi ripannut niitä kisoja.
Continued in this divine worship of
Sä voit ottaa silti.
and Kazon, but we required additional crew members and repairs to our cloaking device. So we departed the Jiglass constellation and set course for home. But before we had reached our region of space, we detected the passage of a nearby vessel, the Urquan drone. It informed us about you, so here we are. And now you die.
Äh. Hyvä peli. Moi Falle, siinä se. Nauti taas haasteista. Joo. Paskapeli. Mitä kohtaa oli? En mä siitä tiedä. Jos tykkää Mass Effectistä, tykkää tästä. Eli en tykkää tästä.
This is when you Well, I really want to, but you build a here I am. How about so? Twice before you have asked this question, Captain. Will never. How good, happy you. Happy day. Happy day.
Voi Nontti, viimeinen lapsuus sulla ollut.
Attention unidentified SR. The starship was Thanks.
Oikeas rehellisyyden nivistää vaikuttaa vähän borelta. Sori. Oi! Olla. Halutaan. Kulje. Se kulkee täällä kauempana helvetissä kuulemma. Ollaan nyt ennen kuin meet maahan. En mä päässytkään vielä maahan.
Did you find any? Where did they? Okay, what do you? Urquan slave law requires that we maintain an orbital space platform to assist hierarchy vessels which are in need of repairs or fuel. Since the shield around the Earth cuts us off completely from the planet, we're dependent on the Urquan resupply ships for our non-renewable resources. The resupply vessels are supposed to arrive every 5 years, at which time the Urquan somehow penetrate the shield and exchange those of us up here with replacement personnel from the surface. When the Alliance lost the war, the Urquan gave Earth a single choice. Join the hierarchy as battle thralls and fight for the Urquan to enslave other sentient species, or become fallow slaves and be forever imprisoned on a single world encased in an impenetrable energy shield here on Earth. We choose not to fight for the Urquan. Soon after the Earth accepted the Urquan's oath of fealty, they departed, leaving behind a battle group of Spathy and Ilrath ships based on the moon.
Riippuen aluksesta, onks tässä vittu niitäkin enää? Mikä toinen hyökkäysrattu?
That was the Urquan security drone. It keeps an eye on us. Captain, what happened to the spy drone? Oh no, right now it's probably cruising through hyperspace heading right towards the closest hierarchy outpost. When the Urquan find out that you're here, they're gonna send a combat fleet instantly. Star Control Science Mission. We're down on the side for
Holla leveli.
Be careful, come.
Ois käyty hiukan vikkelämmin. Vikkelämmin, kikkelämmin. Dispatch. Laitetaan tätä paskaa samalta. Ampuu tää näköjään tosta mun puuttuvasta kontrollista. Meinaa ihan for real puuttuu kontrolli. En mä halunnut sinne vittu.
Have you dealt with the base yet? I'll be darned, Captain.
Mikä tämä juttu on? Joo, vitu on. Oi joo, lol. Okei, siinä valitaan alus. Se on hyvä, että se kun on.
What a beautiful sight, Captain. I haven't seen an Avenger blown away like that since the battle in Draco. I guess you've shown that you can handle yourself in battle, Captain. So my last reservation about helping you has been dissolved. I will commit this station to helping free Earth and defeat the Urquan. We may get our atoms rearranged in the process, but by God, Captain, we're going to try. So the obvious first step is to get the precursor equipment and software over here so that we can make it work with our ship repair fabricators. But then what, Captain? A sensible plan, Captain. Let's get to work. Good luck. By the way, Captain, I think we need a name for this new alliance we're going to forge. And since it was your idea, it's only fair that you get the honor of naming it. So, what will it be? Well, you're the one with the big starship. So be it. Now, Captain, I expect the configuration process for the starbase to take at least 2 weeks, so let's get to work.
Okay.
I have good news to report, Captain. We have successfully integrated the precursor technology from your ship into our fabricator system, and as you can see, we've already begun minor repairs on your ship, patching up some of the micrometeorite holes. We noticed that your ship does not have an emergency warp escape unit, so our engineers rigged up some for you and each of your escorts. Now, you should be able to escape from a bad situation with the touch of a button. But there is a cost, however. The unit gulps up 5 fuel units each time your precursor ship uses it. Also, we now have a limited capacity to make modifications to your ship, to refine starship fuel, to build additional combat ships, and to train new members of your crew for the flagship and any ships you acquire for your fleet. Captain, I know you're eager to get to work, so I'll be brief. If you have any questions how this starbase works, what resources we need, or just some background information on the galaxy, don't hesitate to ask.
Minerals to offload.
The more minerals you bring us, Captain, the faster we'll be able to tackle the Urquan. Certainly, Captain. What do you need to know? We can modify your precursor ship, build additional combat vessels, and supply you with fuel and crew. This base is designed to service hierarchy ships. Fortunately, your flagship uses the same stabilized antimatter technology as hierarchy vessels and will be able to synthesize what you need. However, due to the size of your ship, we'll have to produce vast quantities of fuel, which will be a substantial drain on our resources. Our shipyard facilities are sophisticated and fully automated, permitting a handful of starbase personnel to do the same job as 500 vac-suited construction workers. However, the only designs that we had in our computers were incomplete hierarchy ship designs. Things looked grim until one of the officers came forward with an amazing story. Even though the Urquan destroyed every Earthling cruiser in the fleet nearly 20 years ago, one of my maintenance engineers was a Starship production assistant at the Detroit shipyard. When Earth was conquered, she was ordered to destroy all ship construction databases. But she secretly made copies of the blueprint disc and then kept them with her ever since. These discs contain all the data we need to build as many Earthling cruisers as you want, provided you, Captain, can supply the large amounts of mineral resources required to build those vessels. In theory, Captain, we could build alien starships here if we had designs for them. However, it's a well-known fact that alien vessels just can't be flown in combat without native starship captains at the helm. Our engineers and precursor specialists agreed with the scientists from your world that your starship was designed to be a workhorse vehicle, which can be easily reconfigured for different missions by adding or swapping self-contained equipment packs, which we call modules. The modules we can build right now are thruster units, which make your ship move faster, attitude jets, which allow you to rotate the ship more quickly, crew pods, which provide life support facilities for up to 50 additional crew members, storage bays, which increase your ship's cargo capacity for mineral resources, fuel tanks, which hold an additional 50 units of fuel, dynamos, which feed energy into your combat energy batteries, improving your weapon's rate of fire, and last but not least, ion bolt guns, combat weaponry, the exact function of which depends on its location aboard the ship. When put in the first or front module slot, it fires a single shot forward. When put in the second slot, it fires 2 shots, spread to the left and right of center. When put in the third slot, it fires 2 shots directly left and right. And when put in the last or rear slot, it fires a single shot straight backwards. We have almost 2,000 highly motivated, skilled professionals aboard this starbase, and every single one of them wants a berth aboard your starship. However, each hand we lose to your ship means less manpower here at the starbase, and this is reflected in the crew RU cost. As long as you don't lose too many crew members to combat or planet exploration, the RU cost will remain static. But we have only so many warm bodies on this starbase, and if your needs for crew grow beyond a certain point, the cost could increase dramatically. As you know, Captain, we've committed the entire output of this station to building your flagship and your battle fleet into the strongest force possible. However, our resources are very limited, and we feel you must decide how we are to spend our effort and materials. To aid you in making these decisions, we have implemented a resource allocation scheme. We provide you with a numerical assessment of the station's resources and ascribe a cost to each task we can perform and each device we can build. It's up to you to decide how you're going to spend your resource units, or RU as we call them. To acquire more RU, you must bring resources back to the starbase. These resources can be either in the form of mineral ores gathered from planet surfaces or already refined metals and other valuable materials from the wreckage of enemy starships. The most straightforward way you can accumulate resource units is to bring mineral ores back to this starbase. There are probably enough resources in just the nearby dozen stars to build your ship into a powerful battleship or to create a strong task force of combat vessels. I would also recommend that you build several additional storage bays. When gathering minerals, focus on cleaning out one star system at a time. This way you minimize the cost of travel through hyperspace.
Oi jumala.
While I respect your search for abstract knowledge, frankly, Captain, in our present circumstances, I see little use for such data here. Perhaps you can make use of biological information elsewhere.
Olisi ollut mulle hyvä haaste yleisöllä.
What else can I tell you?
Hyvä.
Can you be more specific? If you have have the patience, I would recommend you spend several months or even a year gathering mineral resources. You can find such minerals on almost any planet's surface, but the quality and density will vary depending upon the type of planet.
Oho, vittu mitä värivainen. Fuck.
That all depends on whom you meet, doesn't it, Captain? Well, in all seriousness, if you encounter the Illrap, Bucks, Androsynth, or other hierarchy battle thralls, I wouldn't hold out much hope for a peaceful encounter. So if you feel you have the advantage, attack. The resources you will scavenge from the enemy's wreckage are well worth the effort. If you can find alliance races who are in a position to help us, then you must convince them to join with us. Their assistance may be crucial to our success.
Joo, se yksi kuoli.
Let's see. You need to build up and balance the strength of your flagship. I would add thrusters up to, say, 5 or 6. Speed is essential in combat, but it would also pay off over the long haul in hyperspace. And if you prefer to avoid confrontation, nothing beats a great pair of legs. I would add turning jets for increased maneuverability. I would add enough weapons to defend yourself if you're caught without escort ships. You need more crew, at least 50 to make productive voyages into space. You need additional fuel, at least 50 units. Your weapons will be underpowered in combat if you don't have at least 1 dynamo. Use the resource units you have accumulated to improve your flagship. Captain,
What?
I wish I had an easy answer, but I don't. The only way I can see of liberating Earth as well as the Alliance allies is to destroy the Urquan and their armada of battle thralls entirely. What else can I tell you? Fine. Is there anything else you need? Return soon, Captain.
Aha. The fuck? Ah. Okay. Hyvä. Storage Bay. Hyvä. Huh? Hyvä. Joo. Mihin vittuun mun se kuuluu mennä? Tarseat. Anus. Alpha Andromeda. Åh, jos det går vi kan hata siinä. Mikä tuo?